What are we talking about?
Matt, is your character
Yes.
from Talabheim or newly arrived? That is the only backstory question that I require at the start.
I'm going to say that he was here for a while.
Okay.
Technically, during character generation, I've said that he was born in Hochland in some poor village, but I assume that he might have traveled with someone, changed cities a couple years back.
That's fine.
I assume that doesn't cause too much of an issue.
No, not at all. Now, second question: are you here with the refugees, or are you just here?
What are the refugees fleeing from?
Chaos?
Ah,
War?
probably the wrong direction then.
Well, they're going from north to south, which
Goddamn immigrants.
which until you hit the equator is the correct direction to flee from chaos.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say Rolf was here, my lord, for a while, doing Sigmar's work.
And they still worship Sigmar in Talabheim, or is it more of a Tal?
So there is a temple to Sigmar. Let's see. I just had that pulled up too. Let's see. There is pretty much the full pantheon. See, there is a Shalian Sanatorium, but Shrine of Mana, Temple of Mor, Temple of Myrmidia, Shalia, Sigmar, Tal, and Ulrich.
All right.
Interesting to see Ulrich there.
None for more?
No, there's a Temple of Mor. That's what I said first.
Oh, didn't hear you.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. It is just in God's Row, which is in the city. And you guys are not in the city. From what I could tell, the city itself is in a crater. Like in a caldera.
How did we end up in this situation?
And the rim has been turned into, like, they've built a wall on top of the rim. Like,
I'm sure that has no plot relevance whatsoever.
Surely not.
What's a show?
Like, I don't quite have a handout for it yet, but I'll just post it into the Discord chat. This is a map that you actually get that will actually be handed to you pretty early.
Huh.
German names all around. We're trapped.
Sprötau. Dankerud. Oh, we even got some purge zones.
Bad Dankerode.
And yes,
Also,
I'm
actually-
going to be fucking up German names this entire time.
Well, I'm not surprised. Mm,
As is
don't worry.
appropriate for Warhammer.
Yep, don't worry. Just say them with enough
put on
pomp.
my camera.
Like a Waldfart.
It's okay.
Because that's obviously how you pronounce that one, is fart.
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
I don't
Grasreich, Waldevacht, Breedblad, Badankerö, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I say it with enough confidence that you don't know.
Exactly. That's That's the thing to do with name. Is always say it confidently, no matter how you pronounce it. And if someone eventually corrects you, then you apologize and then say it that way. At least in
Yes,
front of them.
that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm.
Like Herrenhausen,
Großreiche.
Affäre.
Erhausen.
Lochhausen.
I mean, I like the music in the background. It makes me believe that Rolf is gonna survive more than 2 sessions.
Now the question is am I laughing at what you said, or am I laughing at Ruff surviving more than 2 sessions?
The answer is probably yes. Mm.
Also, I got a new camera.
Nice.
I see that. It looks a lot better.
I can see you. Well, there.
Now you can see my ugly mug in HD.
Dun, dun, dun. Fitting for the chaos of Warhammer 40k.
I want to see your ugly mug in 4K.
I don't have that much.
I could go grab my
Alright.
4K TV and plug my computer into it. I'll be right back. I might flicker in and out.
My name is Griffon. Glitch.
So far the ping is pretty high, but I have so far no connection issues. I hope it will stay
Nice.
that way. It's like 150 or 160.
I will say mine's probably worse than yours. Let me check. 188.
Which, quite frankly, is amazing considering you were the first one on the voice chat, so Discord should
Oh.
automatically assign server.
I fixed that
Nice.
a while ago.
Yeah,
It defaults to the European server,
Oh.
which I think is in England.
Wasn't aware of that.
Did it a while ago, like a long while ago, back when people were shitting on me for being the first in chat.
That was a long, long time ago.
Yes.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Or they didn't mean anything bad by that.
Sure. Anyway. I'm torn between 2 pictures right now. I'm in a pickle. Let's go with the flamboyant. Why not? What's the worst?
I forgot, Julius, you are the Wood Elf, or... No, wait,
Nah,
Wood Elf is the... Jay is playing Asrai.
Nah, my friend, I am a dwarf.
Yes. And Jay will not be joining us, at least this week. He's been moving, and isn't finished moving, and needs to be finished moving.
Understandable. Have a good day.
And he was supposed to have last week off, but they kept calling him in.
Oof.
Yeah. So I haven't decided if he'll just randomly join the party or if there is a nondescript wood elf following the party.
That's not obvious at all. There's a wood elf following you guys. You can't make out any features or anything, but he seems friendly.
You alright, Simon?
Hmm?
Your hand was twitching pretty hard there.
Oh no, I'm just shaking a paintball.
Oh, Yeah, that'd do it. Okay.
Grifone gualduccio.
I was like, I don't remember Simon's like saying he has like nerve issues or anything.
Mhm.
I
That was
forgot
smart.
what's the equivalent of Venice in Warhammer Fantasy? Estalia or
Italy is more like Italy, a bunch of city-states.
Yeah, I don't think there's a
There's,
Venice.
hmm
There's a lot of coastal cities that probably have canals, but I don't think there's a specifically Venice.
yeah, probably should have said like more Italy because I saw Grifone gualduccio. Gualduccio.
Yes. Now I just need to make my character take mortal insult whenever anyone pronounces the name wrong and go on a murder spree.
I think the Italy version is Tilia, and the Spanish one is Estalia.
Yes, I got them mixed up.
Well, same. Don't worry. They're Italian enough.
Vaffanculo that goes into the back of grudges.
So not worry. Though I am far from my brethren up in the mountain, I do have my own little book of grudges, and your name is going in it.
I know that for the Empire dwarves, like those that left the holds, they like, living in the like cities, I guess normally. Is this like similar case in lore for the Italian ones? I guess they like traveled there after major holds fall. Fucking hell.
Partly that. Some of them were just immigrants. It's often usually like there'll be like an elder that'll be like kind of like quote in charge, but like doesn't actually have any official position and like can't call themselves like an official dwarven position because it's not a hold.
But yes, my dwarf is an adopted to a minor noble family in Stali. Well, noble family is kind of a clusterfuck over there, but I'm sure there are nobles there.
Simon, just move your hand slightly off screen so we can still see your arm while you're doing that.
Hold on. Shit.
No.
Mistakes were made.
Towards the bottom of the screen.
He realized he was wanted you to do.
Fuck.
You did a couple times while I was watching it.
You made me waste a ton of null oil.
Mistakes were made.
Hold on, let me get some paper.
Let's screw you up. I'm sorry. Oh, you took his headset off.
Realization took a moment to set in.
Oh no. I spilled it all over on stream. Hey, Matt, you have a camera?
Not connected, no.
Cammed. Join us on cam.
I would have to find it. And I'm on vacation. Maybe this week. I mean, no, seriously, I have 2 weeks of paid leave currently, so I can finally rest from work.
Sounds nice.
Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, and maybe this character will not survive, but I have an idea that depending on how people will interact with him, he might like be convinced to go into certain career, like if the initiate of more just imprints himself, or however I should say it in English, will show that
I shall take you as a apprentice.
yeah, he might go more zealot like. If Donut's character, you're like, I'm gonna shape you up, peasant. Might go just straight soldier. Or I might die in a session and decide, you know what? The family that Rolf came from was really large.
There are
And
17 more brothers, all
yes,
named Bo.
a lot of siblings. Although maybe I wouldn't be starting as peasant every time.
You just keep rolling until you get godlike stats. It's like, I am the super peasant.
I am the ultimate Rolf.
Ultimate role. Just like, what's your role? Peasant. What's your strength? Oh, I could break you in half.
You joke, but I've seen some terrifying peasants in this game.
Oh.
No, I'm a peasant. Yeah. Okay. Well, what's your strength bonus? 5. Wait, what?
I guess they were just lucky with the rolls for everything. For stats, for talents, I imagine.
And career choices.
Well, the correct choice was peasant, isn't it?
They went Carcassonne Shepherd technically.
Uh,
They were a Bretonian peasant, but a specific Bretonian peasant that shepherded sheep while fighting off orcs that are trying to eat them.
I mean, to be fair, you require a special kind of breed to survive as a Bretonian peasant. Especially if you leave.
He was looking for lost sheep,
A lost sheep.
and he had followed it all the way up into Kislev.
That's some dedication. Oh no, dude.
I mean, I know Bretonia has Grail Knights, so that was like a sheep knight, I guess. The sheep quest.
The legend of the Bretonian sheep knights.
To be fair, I only heard a couple of bits and pieces about Bretonian lore, but it's like how that society functions. I'm like, the fuck?
It's a clusterfuck. Mm-hmm.
That feeling when your horse has, when a Bretonian knight's horse has more rights than a Bretonian peasant.
I mean, that's not a fair comparison. It's not even close. Like, they're noble horses. They might one day be noble, whereas you might one day lie in dirt. I mean, it's just kind of silly how the Bretonian in the Warhammer video game, like you have all these like badass and cool-looking knights as Bretonia, and then you can recruit like just a bunch of peasants, like poorly washed, ill, no discipline, and you just send them in hordes, hoping it's enough. Like that's the comparison.
Wow. Oh, and the only other bit I know is that the Mosilon is like the worst district slash, I don't know how they call it in Bretonia, like area. Like the Mousillon?
Musilio.
The cursed. This is like the worst place in whole Bretonia.
Oh god.
Something like that.
That is
I'm not sure.
debatable,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of, yeah.
Rather, I just only saw a couple of quests that, you know, you play in as Mousillon or me in Mousillon, and it's like all doom, gloom, everything is shit, and life is suffering, I guess. More than usual in Warhammer.
Sounds bad. Mm-hmm. Now I just need to read up on the combat rules and make.
Oh yeah, probably should do that.
Or maybe I go and make some quick food, so I am ready to actually read up on the combat rules. I got distracted. How dare you guys talk to me about stuff I'm interested in? Randomized RPGs.
To out of curiosity, is because I'm not sure like how this system is like hard on maps or like doesn't it incentivize usage of maps, or is it like more theater of the mind, or they do provide like maps for the combat?
Would you like to know all of the maps that I have for Chapter 1?
I mean, I guess that partially answers my. Actually, I don't know. Is it like a lot?
No.
Okay.
No, it is not. Let's see. How many maps do I have?
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, there's a map.
There.
Angry.
Hello, Sinful.
Very angry.
And why are you angry?
Because I had nothing in the house to cook for breakfast, so I decided to order breakfast, and the guy never actually delivered my food.
Well, is this your last moment before starvation, or do you still have a couple hours left in you? Mm.
About 30 minutes.
All right, let's make the best out of it then.
Then
All right.
I Thanos fade away.
To answer your question, Matt, out of the
Yes.
whole adventure, I have one map, and it is not a battle map. Like it is a map where a battle takes place. It is not a battle map.
Do you need some
Nice.
emergency infusion of maps, Zach, or is this theater of the mind?
And then I'll be getting random ass maps when it's important.
Yes. Then?
And then the book itself has a map of the city and a map of the surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
But those are technically not even part of the story, if that makes sense. Like it's a combo. Here's a book about Talabheim, and here's an adventure for Talabheim.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those, which is like, yeah, we don't need maps. Theater of the mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just curious. I look at the actions, and yeah, I remember something from it because while Warhammer 40k is not the same, it is similar enough, like with the half actions, full actions, and whatnot.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 4 for combat.
So hopefully, I'm not exactly new to this.
Since you're starting soon, good. Mm-hmm. Är det bättre för ryggen? Det var det bättre för ryggen med tomma rör.
Ja.
Yes, I will like aim fire.
Wonder who he's talking to.
Well, we all know we don't have, people outside.
No, I thought he lived in Sweden by himself. Unless he's like visiting his family right now or something.
Probably family. That's my guess.
Basically, to convert it from Pathfinder actions, you have you instead of the 3 actions Pathfinder has, standard move and swift, you have 2 you have the like equivalent of 2 actions a turn. It itself calls it 1 action, but then you have half actions.
Yeah.
And you have 2 half actions make a full action.
Okay.
And so it'll mostly be the kind of thing is I can set up a battle map if you guys want a battle map.
I mean, my question was really out of curiosity. I'm not
Mhm.
like demanding much.
Like-
I was just really curious how
And like
Warhammer sets it up.
sometimes for larger maps I might like set up a map. But if you guys are like fighting something in a sewer, then I might just like not make a battle map, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I would imagine that if there will be like a large battle with a lot of combatants, and when distance starts
Mhm.
is an issue, then I would imagine something basic can work.
Oh, there's the hit location chart. I need that.
Although I doubt that our magicians, our casters, will be reaching fireball levels anytime soon.
You think you have a fireball caster? That's funny.
I kid. I know like the casters in Warhammer are not the same power level as casters in D&D or Pathfinder.
No, your only caster is a priest of Moor.
That would be I.
So mechanically speaking, Priest of Moor is like
Um,
that word.
I think the priests do have slightly different spell lists, but generally it's all the same.
Well, yeah, more like support, utilities, stuff, healing, I imagine.
Well, they do have damage too, because chaos.
Oh right, yeah, and undead.
Let's
Return to the
see.
grave, your poor soul.
The Lore of Moor is page 163. The Preserve Corpse, Sign of the Raven, Dream Message, Destroy Undead, Vision of Moor, Sleep of Death. So yeah, there is not a lot that
Yeah, Initiate doesn't get a spells just yet.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't have spells right now anyways. Yeah,
Aye.
that's the other big part.
That I remember, thankfully. Yeah, much fun.
You made it?
I have come to spy.
Hello.
Hello,
Well,
Viper.
We should make Quirk play Jay's character while Jay
Oh,
while
no.
Jay can't play.
Oh no.
That'll be Quirk's role. Is if someone can't make it, she just plays their character.
So
Oh,
why is he
we
not
don't-
playing now?
What we don't know
Oh,
is the elf has a personality disorder, and Cork is the other personality.
So you
People
can
will
make it.
quickly learn that they do not want me to play their character.
Oh.
That's
That's the punishment is play their character Quirk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now Jay won't be joining us because he still has shit to do for moving, and he was supposed to do it this week, but they kept calling him into work.
That's a fun time.
And so he's exhausted and tired as shit, plus has a lot of shit to do.
I'm appreciating the choice of music here, by the way.
Ah, wonderful.
Somehow very fitting.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't have any.
I mean, I also have this that I could do.
Yes. That use my character, then never play it again.
I feel like that'd be more fitting for a Curse of Strahd game.
Well, yeah.
I do have a specific instance I played on using it,
Oh.
and for hilarity, I'm considering having in-world minions behind the boss playing on an organ.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Which would be entirely fitting, especially if I'm giving the boss buffs because of it. Jesus
we gotta
Christ,
stop.
I'm mad.
We gotta stop the music. Mm-hmm.
Ow.
The music is great.
Ah. Putting on a fucking shirt is so much more of a pain in the ass when your fucking arms are burnt.
Yes.
Why are your arms burnt? Did you go
I
out?
went out. I made the mistake of going outside.
Yes.
Okay, the sun can fucking eat a dick.
Yeah, fuck sun.
Wait a minute. You have sun? I thought you were in England.
I'm actually not going to move my camera to prove because my room's a mess.
That's the problem, Zach. There's sun in England. They're dying.
Yeah, we're being hit with a fucking heat wave.
Right. I remember seeing that a couple years ago there was a like fake weather report for 2050, and that weather report was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Also, finally got an HD camera.
Yeah, everyone's dying over here.
Yeah, I just looked it up because it was like 40 Celsius, and that's 104 Fahrenheit.
That's insane.
We're not used to it, and we don't have the infrastructure to deal with the heat. We're not a country used to it at all.
So, other words, they're Texas right now.
I was going to say, that sounds like Phoenix weather.
That's Texas with winter. They don't know how to deal with winter.
I much prefer dealing with the winter than fucking heat.
They don't know how to deal with summer either with their power infrastructure right now.
Just wait until Rolf gets a mutation that lets him like rip open holes into reality.
Two more heads?
He will be the most powerful of people.
I think a second head is also a mutation you can get, but it's definitely one that's significantly harder to hide.
Eddie and Rolf, huh?
Oh yeah, sadly this is a type of mutation that the rest of the party, well, gotta kill you.
Yes. So, I am not against party members, like, having to put down party members because of mutations. But try to at least be somewhat considerate. But, like, it very well might still happen if the mutation's bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm from Estalia. I will simply wonder at the strangeness of the peasantries of these lands.
Like, I've played a witch, as in I was a spellcaster from the Norskin lands.
Yeah.
And one of the party members was a priest of Shalia, and they were all cool with each other.
Yeah.
Then the priest of Shalia went and told the Mother Superior of the main Shalian temple that, hey, I'm traveling with a witch, and then told them where I'm at so they can come help me and save me.
They did not do that, I'm guessing.
well, he got back to the party before they did, and they told us, and so then my character decided to open the window and use a new spell he learned, and turned it to a raven and fucked off.
Okay.
Because it's like, hey, I just told the Inquisition about you.
Uh-oh.
Guy just looks at him, opens the window, leaves.
I've seen
Is-
enough of this shit.
The head of the Shalyan Church is in charge of the spiritual health of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
She's the head of the Inquisition.
Yep.
Maybe not the head of the Inquisition, but like the Inquisition listens to her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nothing at all is not possible, but it could just be the like a mutation, especially in 40k, can be anywhere from like you grow an extra an extra toe to you are on fire.
No, I'm on fucking fire.
And like it's you and arguably should be the equipment you're wearing are now on fire. And that's it. Like you're not burning to death. Your equipment's not being destroyed. You're just on fire. And like if you like touch someone or like hold something new that is flammable, it will catch fire and burn. Like it's still like normal fire, it just doesn't hurt you. I had a psyker once that I was playing that rolled that mutation to start with. But it was a Black Crusade game, and so therefore mutations were okay and in fact wanted. But alas, I believe everyone is here
Very
and
much so.
ready to play.
Yeah, believe so.
As has his coffee and breakfast.
Well, just coffee.
Yeah.
I thought you said you went to go get your breakfast.
I did until I went downstairs and realized we had no bread, no bacon, no anything.
Oh,
Only
I thought you meant
suffering.
like you were leaving to go pick it up since the driver was
No,
stupid.
I was gonna make it because
Actually, just before the start, I'm going to actually grab a drink because I've just finished work. Be right back.
Okay. That's what I was wanting. There's something to happen like that because I knew it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
What are you giggling about, Quirk?
The Rickroll
Oh.
gif. The Spanish Inquisition. That's great.
You guys want a party token?
Sure.
What kind of do you got in mind?
I don't know. I don't have a party token.
Ah.
I have tokens for everyone, but your character's picture. Which one do you go with?
Yes.
The one I
Just-
like the best, except for one instance.
Just
Mhm,
use
I
Monty
get ya.
Python or Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror. That'd be a good one.
Well, that's what I have on Strahd.
Okay, there we go.
We meet again.
Wow.
There's a good
Got-
one.
Oh, got shit sorted out with. I think everything on my sheet's done, so that's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to load up token tool in the background. But
Oh yeah. Probably should have DM'd you with a fucking token.
I made tokens. It's cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It just took me this long to find a picture.
I found a picture quite early on, which is quite nice, but
Mm-hmm. I like mine. It's a bit wacky, but it's fun. Mm-hmm.
I searched up generic white man.
Nice.
I'm honestly surprised you're able to find that, Julius. And I know which one it is. I don't even have to look at anything else.
There were 3 good swashbuckler pictures.
2 of them were human.
No, fuck you, dude.
I'm trying to remember what year is this supposed to be?
It's like a 1 year after the chaos something.
Yeah, I think it was like
Storm of Chaos.
2050 something. Or 25, whatever. I posted it a while ago.
Basi-
2522.
Basically, as far as I understand it, the Empire made an incursion into Norsca and got their shit kicked in.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is between Storm of Chaos and the End Times, by the way.
Fighting some weird guy named Archaon.
Yeah, some fucking chump, you know.
I'm sure you could take him. Empire's pushover.
Yeah. So just some chump called Archaon. Nothing special. Got such a high view of himself. He goes by the name Everchosen. Just in case anyone's not catching it, I'm being entirely sarcastic.
Nah, your character believes this for sure. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Roll Common Lore Empire. See what you know about him.
Probably fuck all, to be entirely honest. I just joined the army, my lord.
Don't fucking do that for attack.
Mercy, my lord, mercy.
You better make that attack.
Please. Matt, Archaon's the kind of guy that can do it with his mind.
Barely a
If I recall, does he also have magic?
Yeah. He has, as he likes to call himself, a master of the arcane.
So, like, I know I need to start. One of the high-level chaos spells in this game is boom, you're a daemon spawn.
What?
Like, if you fail your toughness save, you turn into a pile of goo that is still alive and sensing it.
Oh wow, that's messed up.
It's yeah, there was one I remember that in the 40k tabletop. It was something called like Bolt of Change or something, where it warps you into a chaos spawn if you die.
Basically.
As long as you just not rolled like the really bad like double one or whatever it is, you could just theoretically have infinite chaos spawns.
Yep.
Because it's like a strength 8. At least back when I used to play 40k, it was like strength 8 attack, and most creatures only had like 1 wound and toughness 3 to 4, which is an insta kill. No save allowed.
Oh dear.
Unsurprisingly, I used to play 1,000 Suns army.
Do you need to know how to use a shield to use it in this game, or how is it?
I think if it's part of the... Sorry, go on.
You can hold it. You have penalties if you like attacking with it if you don't know how to use it. Otherwise, it gives you a -10 to be hit by ranged attacks.
On top of a plus 10% chance to parry.
Well,
Which I
just
think-
the parrying would be the issue if you're not trained with it, if I recall.
Yeah, well, I think it's part of the ordinary weapon group. I'm pretty sure. So it's so I don't think you need training with it to be able to do that.
You could just use a shield. Nice.
Yeah,
So
let me.
Yes.
in which case, that's one of my first things to try and get my hand on a shield.
Yes. Yes.
Let me just have a quick look. Shields. Yeah, they're in the ordinary group, which I don't think require any training to use. So.
Our saga opens on the mud-strewn streets of Taalagad, the ramshackle port that slouches between the Talabheim River and the northern foot of the crater wall encircling the great city of Talabheim. Despite being the entrance to one of the richest cities of the old world, Taalagad is a bit of a cesspool. The rulers of the city make a point of discussing how to clean the place up every century or so, but inevitably, any projects undertaken fall by the wayside. Taalagad has always worked just fine as it is, or some other such sentiment generally serves as the epitaph to such civic endeavors. In the last year, however, change has finally come to Taalagad, and little for the better. To meet Archaon's host in the north, soldiers from all over the Empire marched north by any and all roads, but soon after, the first refugees came, fleeing the horrors of the fronts for succor in the south. Hundreds of desperate citizens, rightfully fearing that the villages are not safe, swelled Taalagad's standing population of loggers, fishermen, and sailors to bursting. A massive camp of over 1,200 fitfully squatting refugees from Hockland sprang up, virtually overnight, around the outskirts of the port. So, imagine the shittiest medieval port town you could think of, and it's become shittier.
Of course.
It seems
so.
This pool is in
the docks
need of
themselves. Oh, Simon's talking really quietly.
Yes, this is how my character talks.
I'm having to turn you off a bit.
Oh, we do the same, huh?
Or maybe I should move the mic closer.
Maybe. Either one.
You sound like a mix of Snape and something else. Not 100% sure.
I was actually going for Alan Rickman as the basis of my voice.
Turn to page 394.
Mr. Takagi.
If you're looking on the map, the docks themselves and this road called the Wizard's Road is actually is of a decent quality.
Okay.
Everything else is kind of shit.
So the Jakes are basically the slums.
But I have a description of the Jakes. Let me go find it. Let's see. The Jakes is named after the filth and scum found here. Displays abject poverty of the city's transients and refugees. That is where the shanty town is, as a matter of fact.
So Saggers will walk around the either the depot district or along the Wizard's Road, basically chanting the tenets of Moor. And yeah.
What are the rest of you doing? You could just be arriving on a boat. You could be already there working.
On a modestly sized merchant shanty. Griffon Golducci is arriving at the city, standing at the prow, looking his best, despite the odd looks he gets for being a dwarf in such fanciful, colorful clothes. His eyes are set on the horizon with a goal in his mind as he arrived at this shallow pool of Misfits and misery.
That's a question, Zach. Would the refugees from the failed sort of campaign and like be coming through the docks in that case?
For what I can tell, the campaign is actually still happening.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not 100% on the timeline.
Okay.
But these are basically armies marching north, so people are fucking off to the south.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, there's a fairly unassuming, what looks to be relatively new recruit of the state troops, when the cuz of Reichland, just sort of trying to, I imagine, along with a few other soldiers, just trying to keep the peace with some refugees that have arrived via the docks.
And often between the refugees and the local Kistelite population, there are a number of brawls and sometimes even stabbings.
Haha.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of thing that you can just like pick up wandering around town.
Yeah.
Especially you as a guard.
Yeah. Okay, break it up.
Anyone else?
I go ahead. I would imagine that despite all the shit and misery, there are some people trying to do good here. So maybe in around this area there is someone having like a kitchen. How do you call it in English? Kitchen soup or like
Soup
the
kitchen and
yeah. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, thinking about that. That's because of the large amount of people. I mean, I imagine some people have just the remains, like just the rest coins they have. So maybe they can buy a food, but because of the amount of people, they need like extra help. And technically, Rolf has trade cook. It's not great, but it's some basic. It might be shit to us, but these people. If you if you choose between starving to death and eating a bad thing,
Mhm.
you're probably gonna go for the other. So yes, Rolf is serving in the name of Sigmar by cooking.
Well, would you be willing to help the Shallians? Because it'd likely be the Church of Shalya that is running any soup kitchens.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean,
Mhm.
I love that it's like called Sigmar, but Sigmar is like the most important. He's like the head honcho in
Mhm.
Rolf's eye,
Yes.
but obviously, like the legal pantheon of the empire is like
yeah. Shalya is the goddess of mercy and healing, so it'd be her initiates that would be out there and doing such things as feeding people.
Okay. That, or I imagine maybe because he has skill with sling somewhat, like breaking the fight from like if someone's trying to cause harm, like the kitchen soup is like, oh, break it off now, and then rocks flies between their faces or something like that.
They likely have a few guards with them, like town guards,
Okay.
just because town guards are appreciative of the Shallian services.
Of course.
Because when a guardsman gets stabbed.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The first rule: do not piss off your cleric.
Yeah. It has. What is Gerlach up to? Is he a new arrival in town? Has he been here for a bit?
Pretty much been here for a bit. Most likely he's probably stooping out of a bar, trying to take his mug of ale with him, calling it piss water.
Well, for those of you that wish to, can first, I would like a common knowledge empire. You have plus 20 to that roll.
Sorry, what was say who's to roll?
Anyone can roll common knowledge empire to get some more info about Taalagad itself.
Okay.
And
Plus 20 modifier, you said.
yes. Especially related to what Gerlach is currently up to.
I lack the common knowledge of the Empire.
Or Hetrock. You spelt your name wrong on the Roll20 name.
Oh.
As.
Alright, I'll fix it. I was like,
Oh yeah, that's the fair point.
As you have consumed alcohol as a skill. It is a skill.
I think all dwarves get it. Let me check.
You know what? I had to double check because I actually didn't put it on there. So let me see.
I'd be very surprised if it wasn't a dwarf racial skill.
I don't think it is. Dwarfcraft, Crouchfire, Night Vision, Resistant to Magic, Stout-hearted, and Sturdy.
So I'd also like to consume alcohol for this bit of knowledge. But so Siegfried and Zagreus, one of them is probably more important than the other, know that Taalagad isn't the most lawful of places.
Huh.
And let's just say that drinking with friendly strangers is a quick way to find yourself in a new line of work. You'll likely get press ganged by pirates.
Of course.
Welcome to the Navy.
Welcome to Taalagad.
Because the docks...
This was Skulls and Shackles all along.
You all wake up on a ship.
What is this, Skyrim? And you all fade to black, and you wake up. There's a Norse skin across the way. It's like, you're finally awake. You tried to cross the border too, weren't you?
Obviously.
Now, as well, everyone can roll me a gossip.
Aha! I think I'm actually pretty good at that. Hey, I am.
With any modifiers?
There are not.
Ha!
Yep. Zagreus is too busy reciting the praise of the Liber Mortis.
How did I succeed on this one?
I love, because that's also a crit success, because 1 to 5 is a crit success.
Hey, rolling the last 20.
Basically, yeah, actually. So, Griffon. Also, so everyone hears rumors. I'll start with that. That vagrant, that recently there are some vagrants on the docks that besmirched a particular shipment of precious furs earmarked for the Countess herself, the one in charge of Talabheim entirely. And that in a fit of anger, she has ordered all of the rabble gone. Whether or not this is true, the authorities in Talabheim have declared the majority of refugees in and around Taalagad have got to go. Those that belong to the local villages are to be repatriated to their homes. Fortunately, the noble council has decided